Ah, Christmas. The song is most definitely right. It really is the most wonderful time of the year. It's time we can spend with our friends and families, eat loads of amazing food, and of course, exchange gifts with our nearest and dearest. Now, I have a load of wonderful friends that I'm grateful to have met through this hobby, and I'd love to be able to buy gifts for all of them, but I don't think my YouTube AdSense would stretch quite that far. Instead, this year we decided to do a Secret Santa to share some Christmas cheer. I'm Benji, and welcome to Benji's Hobbies. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Secret Santa, to put it simply, everyone puts their name in a hat and is randomly chosen someone to buy a gift for. This means that everyone ends up buying one gift for someone else in the group, and because it's a secret, you don't know who's bought for you. Now, with all of us conveniently being YouTubers, we decided that we'd each share our gifts with you guys at home for a nice series of festive videos. So I've been sent this awesome Underworld's Crimson Court box set. Now, this is actually a set I've had my eye on for a while, and whilst I don't currently play Underworlds, I've loved these models since their release, so I'm super thankful for this opportunity to paint them up for myself. My Secret Santa also sent me a little clue as to who they might be. I don't know many other YouTubers that call me Signor Benjamin and have a little green frog sidekick. If you know who my sneaky Secret Santa could be, then drop a comment down below and let me know who you think it might be. Now, this is one of the things I really love about a hobby Secret Santa. You really have no idea what you're going to be sent. You might get sent something that you've been after for ages, or something totally different to take on as a painting challenge or palette cleanser. Either way, I just love it. So it's on with my Crimson Court, and whilst I'd love to get all 4 models from the box painted, I'm going to just work on one for this video, and of course I'm going to pick the head honcho himself. As I said earlier, I absolutely love these miniatures. They're so characterful and imposing, and Prince Duval is no exception. One of the most standout parts on this model is the bright red armour, so I'm starting out by establishing my base coats and first layer of highlights with the airbrush. On a model this detailed though, there's only so much that I can do with the airbrush, so instead of pushing my luck, I'm moving over to some brushwork, and I'm first going to use my Artis Opus dry brushes to highlight all the raised areas of the armour. I'm starting off with a very bright red and giving all of the most pronounced edges a fairly heavy dry brush to really catch the edges. Next, I'm mixing in a little orange, which I'm applying to the very most raised points on the armour. The bright orange gives a lovely contrast to the dark red base coats that I started off with. There isn't quite as much contrast in some of the recesses as I would like, so I'm applying a very selective wash to some of the deeper, darker areas to push the contrast a little more. In this case, I'm using Nuln Oil. With the bulk of the model painted, I'm being careful how I paint the other areas. With all the shading and highlighting done on the armour, I want to paint carefully to only paint the unpainted areas of the model, as any mistakes at this stage might be a little bit more difficult to fix. Paint in the metallic areas, leather pouches and scabbard, cloth and skin tones. I'm not doing anything particularly fancy here, so I won't go into too much detail. Finally, it's time for basing, and I'm attaching these dead grass tufts with a little dab of super glue. With the super glue dry, I'm going to be playing around with some snow effects from Geek Gaming Scenics, which I've never used before. I apply some fast drying basing glue to some bare areas of the base before sprinkling on the snow effects. The contrast between the white snow and dark base gives a really great effect, and I'm really pleased with how he's turning out. Whilst I wasn't really aiming for a festive looking model, the red armour and the white snow really does give this model a Christmassy feel. So this was an awesome little project to work on just before Christmas, and whilst I have a couple of days off between Christmas and New Year, I'm definitely going to spend some time getting the other characters from the box painted up. I can't recommend being part of a Hobbies Secret Santa enough. It's so much fun not only getting a miniature that you might otherwise not have bought for yourself, but also buying something for your giftee is pretty fun as well. I just want to give a massive thank you to my Secret Santa for sending me my wonderful and thoughtful gift, and I want to say a huge thanks to Josh from the Pickle Jar, Michael from Nat One Videos, Luke from Geek Gaming, Colin the Crazy Crafter himself, Ollie from Broadsword, Elston from Elston Nation, and Dave from MS Paint for all being absolute dudes and agreeing to be part of this Secret Santa extravaganza with me, and also being great hobby pals over the last year. Make sure you go and check out all of their videos, which I'll link down in the description below, and once you've been to give them a watch, let me know who you think I bought for as well. As always, if you want to support me, all of the links are in the description below, and if you decide to buy yourself a late hobby Christmas present, then please consider using my Element Games affiliate link, which gives me a little kickback for every purchase that you make. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have an amazing Christmas. I hope to see you in the next video.